What's up, fight fans? Welcome back to Sportskeeda MMA News. Top Gun Maverick heartthrob Miles Teller fanboys over Nate Diaz at UFC 276. George St-Pierre would hunt Khamzat Chimaev alongside two UFC champions if he returns. Chael Sonnen claims he could have helped Tommy Fury fly into the US for Jake Paul fight. Fans claim Rafael Fiziev was awarded an early stoppage. Rafael dos Anjos disagrees. First 4 rounds tennis. Rafael Fiziev adds unique stipulation to follow up hilarious Rafael Nadal call-out. Find out what he said on this episode of Sportskeeda MMA News. Tell me, Goose, is Nate Diaz really that cool in person? Miles Teller, who recently starred in the 2022 Top Gun sequel, he felt the need for some action, which saw him making an appearance at UFC 276. This event had a lot of celebrities in attendance as it was a star-studded card to celebrate the International Fight Week. 2 title fights featuring top draws of the promotion such as Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski, and Israel Adesanya were enough to entice Hollywood A-listers. Teller ran into Nate Diaz in the audience and the two were caught on camera chopping it up. The movie star told Diaz that he's been his fan for quite some time. He continued to express how much he admires him on more than one occasion. Surprisingly, Nate also loved the interaction as he took the time to actually converse, even after clicking a few pictures with the Top Gun star. Nate Diaz is still considered one of the biggest names in the UFC. Despite being on a losing skid, he's still a fan favorite. His genuine personality plays a big role in his star power as he shares the limelight with his older brother Nick, who helped him to inadvertently win over the MMA community. Diaz only has 1 fight left on his contract, and then we may see him venture away from the sport to pursue other goals. Who do you want to see Diaz fight in the last bout of his contract? We've seen mythical fighters such as Sea Level Kane, Blonde Brunson, and Karate Stance McGregor, but how about George St-Pierre with a full head of hair? Well, we'll most likely never know how this less aerodynamic version of the former champ would have fared inside the octagon in 2022. As we all know, we won't ever see GSP back in the octagon, as he admitted in a video posted on ESPN's Instagram page, but he did sprinkle in some very exciting names that he would love to trade punches with. Again, not to get anyone's hopes up too much, because he clearly said that he wasn't coming back. However, Rush did name fighters such as Khamzat Chimaev and Kamaru Usman as fights he wouldn't just consider as another matchup, but he would literally hunt them down. He said,
well, if I would have to come back and fight today, the 3 current fighters that I would have choose to fight, and I won't because I don't want to come back, but if I would have come back, I would want to be the best, so I would hunt the best guys, maybe Usman, Chimaev, and I don't know who's compete against Khabib if he would still be there, but unfortunately for me and for the fans and everybody, that it's not gonna happen because I'm done and I don't miss it at all.
Whatever, fine, our hopes are already up. GSP, please come back. St-Pierre hasn't fought since breaking his hiatus back in 2017 as he moved up to the middleweight division, where he defeated the then champion Michael Bisping. Prior to that, his previous bout took place in 2013. If GSP did return to action, who would you want to see him fight? Who do you think he would be able to defeat? Let us know in the comments section. It's one thing to have strong connections and completely another to be politically connected, like Chael Sonnen. In his latest YouTube video, he stated that he could have prevented the most recent fallout of the Jake Paul and Tommy Fury boxing match. Scheduled once again, it seemed as if the stars were aligning on Fury and Paul lacing him up and locking horns, but fate would have it a different way. This time, visa issues are preventing Manchester's Fury from entering the States and taking part in the super fight. Sonnen has chimed in, per usual, to offer answers to Tommy's problems. He offered a solution and said all Fury needed to do was ask.
Tommy's excuse was a visa issue, he couldn't get in the country. Now when I tell you, because that might intimidate some of you, maybe you've heard about this on the news or maybe you've been in that spot. When I tell you that he could have reached out to me, this is not an exaggeration. If he would have reached out to me and I said, hey man, I don't know what to do, and he would have gone on social media and embarrassed me. No, he can reach out to me. I've been in politics. I've been in government. I can get him into the country.
Chael Sonnen was indeed in politics. He was a Republican candidate for District 37 of the Oregon House of Representatives in 2010. Not to air his dirty laundry, but he withdrew because of legal issues. Do you think Uncle Chael could have saved Fury vs. Paul by flying him into the States like a VIP? Rafael Fiziev has proven in the past that he's got the power and skill to finish fights early, but everyone wanted to see what would happen if a durable and tenured fighter pulled him into the deep waters known as the championship rounds. Well, we got our answer over the weekend. The titular bout of the most recent UFC Fight Night card was former lightweight champion and MMA legend Rafael dos Anjos welcoming Rafael Fiziev to a higher level of competition in the main event. The fight was extremely close going into the 5th round, and the momentum seemed to be on dos Anjos' side. It is quite possible that one of the M's in MMA might stand for mercurial, because the momentum can turn on a dime. Just 18 seconds into the 5th round, Fiziev knocked out RDA and won the bout. However, this was a UFC event, so of course there was controversy. Many believe that the stoppage was a bit early. Twitter blew up with responses such as, early stoppage, but he was about to get fucked up. Mark Smith, really RDA, who's been known for his great chin and hanging in there, didn't even give him a chance. Such an early stoppage, unreal. Hashtag UFC Vegas 58. Even Aljamain Sterling chimed in. IDK, I don't know. I feel like fighters go limp all the time and come to really quick. It's a fight, isn't it? Take some and give some. I do think RDA was hurt bad, but I kind of wanted to see if he could recover or not. That's the game we play though, game of inches. Great win for Fiziev, and so forth. However, why don't we ask the victim himself? The former champ said this in his backstage post-fight interview when questioned about the punctuality of the stoppage.
I don't think so. I gotta rewatch the tape, but I don't think so. He won fair and square.
Let us know what you think of the stoppage. Also, leave a like on the video. We do appreciate it and it helps support the channel. If you're feeling really generous, then subscribe to the channel and share the videos. Hit the notification bell to be alerted anytime we post a video. After defeating Rafael dos Anjos, Fiziev has other Rafaels in his crosshairs as he continues his quest to become the greatest Rafael of all time. GROAT for short. Following his 5th round knockout of the former champion, Fiziev challenged the tennis legend Rafael Nadal for a special rules bout. Unlike Tim Kennedy, who jokingly confused his old opponent Rafael Nadal with the tennis royalty. Only in this instance, Fiziev knew exactly who he was calling out as he made this challenge directly after his win over the Brazilian. He didn't stop there though, he even added a stipulation that'll favor Nadal. He took to Twitter and said this: "First 4 rounds tennis, 5th round MMA." Ataman is not new to the bold call-out game. After an awe-inspiring performance against Bobby Green, Rafael used the hot microphone to call out none other than the internet sensation Hasbulla, aka Mini Khabib. Do you think Fiziev, the professional fighter, has what it takes to beat Nadal, the tennis player, in a fight? You're MMA fans, you'll find a way to make this a debate. Sound off below. That about sums it up for this latest edition of Sportskeeda MMA News. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already and follow us on your favorite social media platforms. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Here are some of the comments from previous videos. Eugene Behrman, gotta be the most annoying figure from New Zealand. All his takes are complete garbage. If you like this video, please like, comment, and share. Your comments could be featured in the next Sportskeeda MMA News video. We always deliver daily content, so make sure you subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss anything going on in the MMA world. For updates, quotes, and exclusive interviews from all your favorite fighters, follow Sportskeeda MMA on Twitter and Instagram. Thanks for tuning in.